Hi, welcome to the new shot. This room is going to be ideally sort of like the podcast room, and it might also sort of serve as like another backdrop or whatever. I've been working on it all day. And that's why this microphone is here. The audio is not done. The HVAC is literally running right now. So this is very much a work in progress. Anyway, I digress. It's just that we have like all of these cool bands that come record. And one thing I want to do, like we have INSPIRIT coming in next month. And one thing I want to do is like, be like, oh, can we gather around the table? Can we just kind of chat? Because I think that would be nice and fun and cool and kind of look behind the curtain on that stuff. So yeah, anyway, I digress. Today, while I was sort of like setting up all the lighting and figuring out stuff and angles and all the stuff, the mail came, as it does, and I got this. And I want to talk about this. This is a record by a band called Spite House, and it's kind of special to me because it's a first. So up until today, there was only ever two ways that I would ever get a record mailed to my house. Now, it's safe to say I am not like a vinyl guy. I know that's a little bit blasphemous, but I am a man who likes his modern conveniences. See, this might be kind of like a generational thing. So for me, I'm dating myself here, but I was born in 1980. So cassette was dominant. And then what was dominant after that was like compact disc, right? And CD was awesome, right? It sounded better. You could skip tracks. They scratched. That part kind of sucked. But and then you got CD burners. You could make like mix CDs. It was crazy. This did not enter my life until I became a producer myself. And then I had to figure out vinyl masters. Well, I should probably learn about that. You might notice something here. So I'm going to try to use my hand. Have Heart, Defeater, this is hard to do backwards, Verse, Saddest Landscape, I'll go further, Defeater, Bridge 9 Sampler, The Carrier. What do all these records have in common? I made them. Which sort of brings us to the number 2 way that records show up at my house. My wife orders them. My wife loves records. She plays them every day, and it's really cool. And actually, since seeing her kind of have her little rituals with records, and my son turns them over and it's super cute, I kind of get it now, but I did miss the boat until marriage and child. So yeah, fast forward today, mail's here, go outside, we get a lot of packages. I see something familiar. I see a box, it's record sized, it's record thin, and I'm like, I wonder, this is probably for me, either something or someone I worked with that I produced hands-on, or, something that Jesse ordered. But instead, I get this, and it comes with this, and this is a note. So I want to explain what's happening here. This record was made by one of my mentoring students. So this note is actually the part that made this stick with me today. So I'm going to read it. Thank you for all the continuous help, support, and advice. Happy holidays to you and your family, Max. So instead of receiving a record that I already know inside and out because I'm the one who did everything as far as the engineering and production is concerned, this one is I'm the one who helped the engineer develop their skills to a point where they made a record they were really proud of. And now that's a new listen for me. Now I'm going to listen to this and I'm really going to wonder wow, I wonder what pieces of me are kind of tucked in there. So yeah, Max was part of my mentoring program. I think I mentioned a couple of videos ago that I even have a mentoring program, but I kind of want to talk about the genesis of that program, right? So back when the world shut down, go figure, the last thing people really wanted to do was congregate in a small space for extended periods of time with a group of people. So that kind of left me wondering all right, how am I going to spend my time? Now, while everyone else was making sourdough, my first intern, I'm just going to call him out by name, Ryan Heenan, sup dude, he told me I should do a mentoring program, and I guess I'm glad that I listened. And as far as first interns go, the world could really deliver things in the most ironic possible ways. So Ryan was going to Berklee College of Music. I went to Berklee College of Music for half a day. I didn't even make it through orientation, and I was like, this is not for me. And I went to the bursar's office, and I was like, can I get my money back? And they were kind of like, most of it. So I said, cool. And I left and I went on to start a computer science degree, but then I started my studio. I digress. The irony exists in the fact that then Berklee College of Music started using me as a place for people to get credit for their school, even though I dropped out. Quick. Anyway, thank you, Ryan, for convincing me to do this because now I get moments like this that are sort of like brain breakers where I'm like, oh, wow, I never thought in my life that I would take a mentoring role to begin with. And then that's a really scary thing to do, right? Because I've just ever just been like an engineer. I've never been an educator, but that seems to be changing to a degree. Now we've had like, I don't know, like 125, or I'm not exactly sure, but a lot of engineers through. And like some of these guys are going full time, and then some of these guys are just making great art, and some of these guys just make their passion project like super awesome, and they level up in that different way. So yeah, it's been awesome. It's been incredible. I actually haven't taken the record all the way out yet, so consider this an unboxing video. What do we get? Oh, this is really pretty. And I think it matches the layout really nicely. Oh, I'm probably holding this wrong, and I'm probably going to hear about it. Like I said, not my generation. But this is beautiful. This is awesome. All right, cool. That wraps that. I have a ton more work to do around here. So I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, welcome to Shot B, and talk soon.